Hey, what's up, everybody? Got Matthias and Dave here.
We got the BlabberMalt Show, episode 74, coming at you, September 3rd, 2024. And is there any Crooked Peckers in the background you can see? Because we're out in Chagrin Falls tonight.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
I see it. Can we hear it?
Up? We're good?
Oh, we got volume too, so that's good. All right. Cheers to everybody.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. Follow us. Hit the buttons. And also, if you could do something for us on wherever you get your podcasts, give us a rating. 5 stars, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all those places. Rate us. That helps us out, too.
I mean, we were asking for 5 stars, but to be fair, Dave, sometimes our podcasts are like half stars, bro.
3.5, yeah.
Well, if Tom was here, 1.25 stars
1.25, Tom,
podcast time. Oh, bitch. It's fine. We have mics here, so it's good. So I'm going to pass it over. We're here with Eric and Scott from Crooked Pecker Brewing. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going? What's up, everybody?
Good here.
We are here.
Nice.
What was that?
How do people get a hold of you?
Oh yeah, we're in Bainbridge, Ohio. Well, Chagrin Falls.
We're Chagrin Falls.
Give out your personal phone number. Cell numbers work good.
Yeah, we're located in Chagrin Falls, just east of Chagrin Falls, about 2.5 miles on East Washington Street. If anybody is familiar with, or was familiar with Chagrin Cinema, we're just past where the Chagrin Cinema was, across the street from the Dairy Island. That's where we're located.
Yeah, and you can find these guys Facebook, Instagram. They have post all their craziness that they do out there.
Yeah, all their cans and parties and events.
Yeah. So on social media, Heather, who is in charge of all that, she posts weekly what our releases are, what food trucks we're going to have, the hours, all that good stuff. So
Nice.
Follow us there, and you can keep up to date real well with that.
And I'm going to talk about family in a minute, right? But I also want to ask Dave, because this is what we do on every show. How was your weekend, bud? Did you get blasted on the beach?
I did. Blasted on the beach, wrecked on the deck, did all that thing. I did have a new check-in for me. I had that Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer or whatever.
Oh, yeah, we got some here.
Oh, yeah?
We should have one out here for fun today.
You'll try it?
We'll shotgun one later. We'll see what happens.
It's an amber carbonated beverage that tastes vaguely like beer.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not mad at it.
If you drink that, take your vitamins, pray to the good man upstairs.
Yeah.
Let's go, brother.
And it's got a picture of the Hulk with a flag and eagles and stuff.
When the Hulkster runs wild on you.
When Hulkamania comes for me, I'm not going to be mad at him for that beer.
You're mad at it.
When him and John Daly team up with something, that'd be crazy.
I'll line it up. Let's go.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
So you said how many days you were? This is a long weekend for you. Was it just 3 days out? What'd you do?
Yeah, we had BlabberMalt. We drank that night. Was up there Wednesday. I drank Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Took yesterday off, and now we're back at it.
We're back at it tonight.
We're back at it again.
Dude.
That's good.
Yeah, I
Well
got
played. You got to take care of that body every now and then. Speaking of beers, we have this beautiful looking glass here. Can you tell us what's in it?
Yeah, this is our German Pilsner. This is what we call it, probably Pils, because anytime we go somewhere to drink and someone asks us what we want, we go, oh, probably Pilsner. Like, that's what we want to drink. Yeah, this is all German Pilsner malt and Hallertau hops. It's been in the tank for it's been lagering for about 8 weeks now, so this is just right about when we package it. So it's been about, I don't know, 11 weeks total, but right now it's about the time we package her.
Nice. And so this came right out of the tank. So let's cheers to this
that's a
thing.
freshie. Thank you.
I almost drank my microphone. What a
Wow.
rookie mistake. But, I had to drink a beer now because my weekend did not include beer. As you all know, my sons have been really active in playing football for Avon. Friday night we played, who was it? Canton McKinley in Avon. and came out on top. A big win, 21-14. My son plays right guard and tackle, and he had another wonderful game. It's really exciting. We're headed down up to Toledo this weekend for a official game visit, so a lot of things happening. Only a junior, that's exciting. Drove out to Canton on Saturday to watch the JV game for one of my other sons, and then worked Saturday night. Went to Madison on Sunday and kind of hung out there. And then Labor Day just kind of worked around the house, did some things I don't typically do, watched a lot of film with the boys, and so I'm pretty tame right now in the fall. But on Tuesdays, we're having some beers today. I heard you guys had a pretty fun weekend. Can we have a little rundown on that? Both of you guys, give you guys the mics and go at it.
Eric definitely had a more fun weekend than I did.
Started Friday morning, got up at 4:30 a.m. And we actually went fishing.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was with
Yeah, we went bass fishing in the morning, which was amazing. And then Friday night went out.
Thank
and
you,
played,
Brett Dickerson.
And then Friday night I went out and played euchre all night. Saturday got up, drove down to Cleveland, got on the water in a kayak, watched the air show, and then drove back out here. Went to Nelson's Ledges to see Lotus play. Killed a bunch of brain cells that night. But if you don't know Lotus, go check them out. They're amazing. At Sunday, we had a private event that we pour beer at once a year over here in Chagrin. Thank you, Howard, for having us out there. And actually, we saw The Dip, which is an awesome band. They opened up, and Blues Traveler closed it, which was amazing. Yeah, in a backyard in Chagrin Falls. So, and then, that was our weekend, man. It was wild. It was wild.
Yeah, what'd you do Monday?
Monday?
Yesterday.
I thought Monday was Sunday, so I cooked out and drank light beers all day, and then I tried to watch the Tribe game, and I was like, oh, it's not Sunday, it's Monday, and I was totally thrown off. So I had to just remembered I had to get up at 5:30 a.m. on Tuesday to come in here and brew beer, and now we're here. It's Tuesday. Let's go.
And that's not too far away from my experience brewing here with you, too. I think that I came in one early morning, and I had to wake you up because you were up top there in the balcony sleeping off some fun. And I was like, oh, what's up? He's like, hey, man, should we do A or B? A is slightly legal. B is super legal. Let's brew some beer. And
Well,
I mean,
the couch has since been cut up and put in a dumpster.
for reasons.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I lived here for a while.
Lived here for a while. How was your weekend?
My weekend was like super mellow. I think I worked here. So I'm gonna go. I don't even know what I did Friday, Saturday night I worked here because I filled in. We had a lot of our employees were out doing things. So I filled in for them. And then Sunday we did the event down in Chagrin. That was like crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. And again, thanks Howard, man. It was.
I mean, I love Blues Travelers. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. I mean, he was a big dude. He's not a big dude anymore.
No.
Wailing on that harmonica. That is my thing, man. That is awesome.
Oh yeah, one of our guys' wives who was there. She got to pick up a harmonica at the end of the night. It's like sweet,
Dude,
good night.
that's so cool. You know, and this podcast is about beer brewing and bullcrap, and one of those things is music. And we like to promote local things and events. And I want to hear some of the things that you guys have going on. I know you can check it on your Facebook page and your Instagram, and your sister's taking care of all those things, and I think that's important. But let's crack another beer.
Okay, cool.
And talk about that, and then we'll talk about why you're doing that, because we can pour. As a family business owner of a brewery, right? We're just family. It's me and my brother-in-law, and my father-in-law, and so we started this wild journey 9 years ago and never looked back. And we know the beautiful opportunity we have to work together and the sharing of different tasks and all those things. And I kind of see that here with you guys. Can you talk about that? Let's go back. I think we're at 5 years this week, right? Next week?
5 years on 2 days from now.
So 5 years, right?
So 5 years ago, we opened.
Look at that right there. 5 years. Let's talk about that. Tell me about the family, what it looked like when you're getting ready to get rolling, and how'd you come with that? Let's throw the cans away and let's go.
All right, so there's 4 of us in this family. My father here next to me, he's kind of jack of all trades. He can help me brew, he can pour beer, he can fix anything that's broken. He can clean really well. I mean, he's the most important employee we have.
Tell your mother that.
Yeah. My mom, she's an accountant, so she can cook the books if we need to cook the books. My sister, she went to school for marketing. She handles the front of the house. She does everything from book all the food trucks to do all of our merch, to do the labels for the cans. I myself just brew beer and move liquid around and dump hops into tanks. Yeah, that's our 4 jobs.
Great. That's the 4 of us. But then we have some additional help. You know, we have an assistant brewer, and we have Bobby who helps Eric brew, and then Bobby also runs a canning line and does a lot of other things. Yeah, he fills in, he pours beers, fills in when we need him up front. So he's a real big part of our family. And then we have Heather's husband Adam pours, Steve pours. We have Camille. Who else do we have? We have Steve's.
Berkeley's here. We have
Berkeley.
Steve's girlfriend's behind the bar. And cook the books
His,
with a
his,
joke.
his
She's very
girlfriend's
good at
sister. His girlfriend's sister.
Yes. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
His girlfriend. Yeah. So it's probably like 9 of us in total that get everything accomplished here. And yeah. It's good.
That's awesome, guys. And he had to say cook the books for fun. That's what they do here. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Kind of a joke. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I forgot. It's 2000.
But we're at Crooked Pecker, so you have to joke.
Yeah. So I would say.
IRS is going to be here in 12 hours.
So Karen is really.
We're going to edit this. We're not.
Wouldn't you call her?
We're doing it live.
Wouldn't you call her?
This
our
is live.
compliance officer?
Live from.
Oh, it's HR. It's everything.
She's our compliance officer. It's like she's the one that has to put the blinders back on us and go no.
You boys need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah. Bring you back to reality.
So.
What do we got in this can here?
Yeah, it's,
Or this glass?
So we're drinking Adventure Paper. This is our Hoppy Blonde Ale. So we wanted to make a beer that was really kind of a lower ABV, super light, super crushable beer for the spring and summertime. And this one's with all Citra hops. So we'll hop it a little bit in the kettle and then dry hop it like a session IPA, kind of like our pounds per barrel in a session IPA. ABV is 4.3%. Easy crusher. We've done it with Nelson. We've done it with Simcoe, Mosaic, Citra. We did it with Peacherine. Oh no, not Peacherine. We did it with Nectaron this year. Every year we kind of try a new one, and then we go back to the roots of ones we've done in the past.
I dug Nectar on this past year. It was a sweet hop.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's a great hop.
Yeah, this is great.
It's good beer. I mean, it's
a crusher, easy drinking, super approachable.
I mean, it's very sessionable. It's almost like you just mentioned, session IPA, but it has
Yeah.
have that straight pills.
Not much bitterness, just pretty much.
Yeah, when I'm drinking beer, I like to drink a lot of
Like
beer.
a session hazy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
beer kind of guy beer.
Good
Yeah.
beer. So, that's
We have others if you're like, I want one beer tonight.
Yeah.
apart from the IRS coming, I think it's really cool to talk about that because, as you mentioned, yeah, there's some crossover. Everybody does help when they need to, but when you talk about, you're the guys who's brewing the beer and putting the recipes together and moving liquid around and to be honest, that's what it's like. So when I came out here to brew, I mean, it's been
was a long time.
almost when you first opened up. I mean, you were just opened up.
That was definitely
You had just brewed,
over 40.
right? Yeah, it definitely was. And we brewed, and Scott, you showed up, and you started taking the tanks apart and cleaning. Like, you love to do it. We talked about that and what that looked like, and then your sister came, and she was talking about the front of the house, and you're getting stuff ready for the day, and your events that were coming up, and your brother-in-law came in, and we're working on some of those things. The kid was here, and it was just kind of one of those things where it was just very family-oriented. I think that's really important for everybody to know. I mean, if you don't know what's going on here, you have a lot of fun, and you see the logo and the Hazy Boys and the Crispy Boys and all the fun things that go on here, right? Getting wrecked on the deck and pounding on the patio outside. I'm sure that happens, right?
The other thing that's really important to know is that it's a business. It sounds like a lot of fun and everything, but at the end of the day, it's like we got a business to run, and we got to get serious about this.
It's a buttload of work.
Yeah, it's like,
it never ends.
Anybody that's in this business knows that it's a ton of work.
Yeah, you got to work hard and play hard, right?
No, you work hard and play harder.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
You
a
heard it
good
here.
time. It can be a 24/7 party if you want it to be, but there's a lot of work to get done at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, when we started, it was kind of like a 24/7 party. Yeah, it was. I don't know
Well,
if you want to get to that. But
We can, yeah. I mean, that's kind of, you came in, and I'm going to talk about this too because I think it's important to discuss, because I think that if you're out there watching, because we're streaming live on the BlabberMalt Show. We're also on Northeast Ohio Craft Brewery News on our Facebook pages. You'll find us again on YouTube tomorrow and any other streaming services. But for those people out there on our page, on NUSCBN page, I think a lot of people know you today for your IPA, right? Your canned IPA, what that looks like. And I think it's a great opportunity. But, dude, when I came out here and first opened up, I don't remember there being an IPA on tap. So can we talk about that? I think it's important.
yeah, you tell them.
True.
It's cool. I remember when. When we opened up, like, we were kind of like gathering attention for our IPA before we opened up. We were posting pictures of it, and then when we opened up with a milk stout and one of the adventure papers, like a hobby blonde ale, and everyone's like, "Whoa, what the hell, man! I came out here to drink IPA." And everyone was a little. Oh yeah, everyone was a little upset. Yeah.
A milk stout and a freaking adventure.
Yeah.
That's what was ready. We didn't open until it was ready. So Eric brewed for how many months did you brew for?
Before we opened, I started brewing in June of 2019 here. And we didn't open until September. So there was a lot of beer that went down the drain. I wouldn't open until I was 100% confident in the product that was coming out, and we, even after we opened, we dumped quite a few batches of beer, just getting things down and getting things right, and I won't put a beer on our lines or in cans unless I'm 100% behind it.
Yeah, I mean I think anybody should do that, but yeah, that's why we opened with what we opened with. In our business model when we opened, well, when we first laid out what we were going to do, our business model was different.
Yep.
When we first designed the business, everything was going to be canned.
Sure.
So we weren't going to have a tap room. Everything was canned. Eric was, and we'll talk about his back history, but he'd been to New England a lot and been in that beer scene there, and there was a very successful model of basically beers to go.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
really good breweries had cans. You come in, you could sample the beer, what was being served that week, and then get your cans to go.
Yep.
And that's what our model started with. So luckily for us, considering we opened in September of, what was it? 19, that we had a canning system.
Yep.
So we had cans. We had, we were able to can beer right off the bat, which saved our butt when it came just a few months later when the
Yeah. I remember that.
So, that's
That was fun.
Yeah, we were lucky about that.
No, and I think that when we take a tour in a little bit, right, because that's what also part of the plan, you're going to see from 5 years ago the smaller, and we came out because we had a 5-barrel PKW system, and we wanted to work through what that looked like with you and just kind of be brothers in that kind of small 5-barrel batch, right? Of PKW, tricks of the trade, those things. You're going to see a different brew house today than we saw 4.5, 5 years. Well, I'm saying bigger. It looks different.
More tanks
Cellar
back
side
there.
has changed a lot. Cellar
Yeah, we've completely doubled in capacity since the day we've opened, which is amazing.
Which is great, and you went from canning beers by hand. I mean, I watched you guys. My gosh, let's talk. So, let's chug these beers real quick. Let's crack the other one.
Mine's gone.
How's that happen?
You're like, you guys are playing catch up.
Sorry, man.
It's been a hard week.
What's this one?
This is Tree Museum. This is one of my favorite beers we do here. Motueka is probably my favorite hop that I've ever used before, and this is we contracted this year with Freestyle Hops, so this is a super good blend. Well, not a blend; it's just all Motueka, but the best hop, in my opinion. It's good on its own. It's good blended with other hops. Just you can't go wrong with this. This is like 7.5%.
Thought you're going to the bathroom, Matthias.
Lemon limey.
Thought you were hitting the head.
Super
Okay.
drinkable. Yeah, enjoy.
So that beer goes back to I would say our classic style of
Yep.
doing the hazies or New England style IPAs.
Yeah, the pungent. This is a very ripe fruit, tropical. You're good. I mean, you're going to do with the New Zealand hazy IPA. I mean, that's legit.
I think one of the things that's really important when you're drinking beer like this is to drink it out of the proper glass. This style of beer, you really need like this style of glass to get the aroma as you're drinking it and really enjoy what's being presented to you.
I would 100% agree. Do you know how much crap we've gotten over the last 9 years for that? Why are you serving beer in a snifter? I'm a guy. I need a pint glass. What
It's
are you
my
gonna
favorite.
do?
It's
You guys
my
are
favorite
girls.
glass.
I'm going to guess
for
this
any
gentleman right here
style
says the
beer.
same thing. What's up, Chippy? Right? So, but I think it's important, especially this
Yeah.
this style, as it helps to kind of move that beer over the front of the tongue and the back of the palate. It's just an epic.
I agree.
Good stuff. Swirl it around.
So over time, we've actually changed the glassware that we serve our beer because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our culture.
Good stuff. What we're gonna, so before we cracked this beer, we were kind of chit chatting about beers that you guys brew and kind of your history and stuff like that. Can we talk about some of these things? Right. Let's talk about beer in cans and business model and what do you think you want people to know about that with you and how that's kind of changed and really you look at your menu, you just say IPA and I want to give a moment to you both, right, to really just throw out there what Crooked Pecker is about today, right? Where everything changes over the course of time. Like, what is your passion today? What's things coming from today? What do you put in the tanks today? What's your philosophy on canning and putting things out there? What's the vibe happening? What do you want everybody to know about Crooked Pecker today? Lay it out there.
So, it's pretty funny. It's been it's been 5 years of brewing a bunch of hoppy, hazy beers. But my focus has kind of switched to super clean German pills. I'm so into that, and I think our lager program has expanded a bunch in the past couple of years. Those are the beers that I take the most pride in. Yeah, I do love brewing stouts too, but just clean lager beer. We have Spare Key, our house lager, that's usually always on. We do Helen, our Keller Pills, which is just our super young German Pills. Yeah. And probably Pills, what we just drank. That's probably the beer I drink the most here, just straight out of the tank. I don't know, there's something about feeling good at the end of the day when you can sit down and pour a super clean German Pills out of a tank and sit down and drink that and relax. That's my favorite thing. The other thing I am super passionate about hops. I love following different hop growers and what they find to be their best variety that they grow. So we had our other brewer go to New Zealand this year during harvest, and we found like Garston hops, very southern grower in New Zealand, and we got to contract a bunch of hops from them that we love. There's Freestyle that we contracted from. Eggers Hops is another one that we're looking into. Their Nelson is crazy. I'm really into that. Really into that.
There's like a New Zealand Hop Growers Guild. So there's New Zealand Hop Growers. I don't know what it is, but we get hops from them. So Eric is like really focused on Southern Hemisphere hops and stuff from Australia too. So we get a lot of stuff out of there, but mostly New Zealand, I'd say, as far as IPA wise, and then our domestic stuff that we're doing. So we get a lot of domestic. We do Citra Mosaic and
Simcoe.
some other Simcoe. Yeah, right. So it's some domestically grown stuff.
Those hops are kicking it right now.
Yeah, we're able to purchase some fat from Fatheads from their contracts, and those hops blow me away every time. Because they go through the process, and they're going to use.
Thanks, Matt.
They're going to use. Yeah, they're going
And
to.
Julie.
They're going to use the
They're
best.
crazy.
hops,
They're the
and,
best. Yeah.
We really appreciate that they'll let us use those in our beers. Yeah, those are
You think we're kidding when we interview everybody and they say that we collaborate and work together? Dude, we all get our hops from Fatheads. Dude, not all of them, but some of our domestically grown ones. It just makes sense. They get the best of the best.
They
They overbuy, they produce, they sell. It's their job. Is really just the hop procurement and resale.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
They do such an awesome job at it. Their selection process is so good that
It helps us out.
it's like you can't go
Our
wrong.
little guys.
Right.
I mean, we can focus on what you want to do, right? The New Zealand
Beer.
hops and
Brewing beer.
brewing beer,
Yeah.
and not to bring somebody else on in the family.
No, you don't.
That would require you to get married.
I don't have to go. But
He's like, I'm not
he
getting
said-
married.
He said we don't have to send somebody out to Yakima
Sure.
to do hop selection.
They've already done it.
The best of the best is doing
They've
it.
already
for
done
us.
it. That's pretty cool.
I'd like to volunteer for that job.
I will do that for free.
I'll be there next week.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that's really cool, and I think that as we I do have a follow-up question with that. I think it's important when brewers get together. I will say I love hoppy beer. I love hops in general. I love sitting down and trying someone's favorite IPA and hazy. I dig it. You and I came in and you were at Fatheads today, and we tried the IB Yusuf together, right? Killer beer, always, man. You crack one, you're like, always the best, right? Love it. But I think that as a general rule, when we go to places, what do we seek out? We seek out the pills. We seek out a nice German lager because we like that. We like the idea of a well-brewed, clean beer. You know that it takes effort to do that. There's some pride involved in that, putting that product out. Do you think any of that is driven by today's I'll give you some context, right? Driven by today's market, right? Because if we're looking at, for us in Medina, I have 6 lagers on. All my bright tanks in the house are all lagers. If I don't have that on, I'm in trouble, right? So what does that look like for you here in this vicinity? What do you have offering? Of course we're drinking, IPAs now, but tell me what's going on with you guys.
Yes, we've seen a high demand for lower ABV, easy drinking for in-house consumption.
Yeah, I think we're going to go back to brewing like 3-2 beer.
That's your
Yeah, we're going to do like a red tab on the top, so everybody knows it's 3-2, and we're going to do a 3-2 beer. I think that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we brew, we just started brewing a Kolsch that's 4%. I'm like, I just want to make something that you can have it in a glass, tip it back, and slam it, and have a couple of them and have a good time. And that was when we put it on, and it blew so quick. It's like, all right, we gotta turn this beer out. We need to make a bunch of this beer. So we just got a new tank, and like that's the only thing going in that tank is that beer. So that's punch culture. Yeah. So we do that. We do a Hefeweizen that's 5% that is grown in popularity, and I like to see that. Like I said, we do our Adventure Paper series that's super low AVB. Our German Pils is 4.5%. Spare Key, our house lager is 5%. We try to have all those on at all time. Like that's my goal. And there's a whole bunch of hoppy offerings. So if you want to come in here and try a bunch of cool hops, and you can always get a half pour. You don't have to sit there and get juiced up. If you want to just try through a bunch of crazy hops, go for it. And then we also brew a bunch of stouts, and I'm brewing a big stout tomorrow morning. It's getting to that time of year. I am a firm believer that it's stout season all season, like every season's stout season. But we are getting into fall, so we're gonna pump out a few stouts this fall and winter, and keep those on the draft list as well.
Yeah. And then behind you see behind us what you have on your list. You have your Helen Keller, crispy slipper side pull. Yeah, with saucy, right? Yep. We had the Adventure Paper here with Citra. Our Peanut Gallery's having the ADHD J, which is the 5% pale. Liquid White's out today currently. You sold out of that? Good for that, right? Endeavor Forever is on. Then you have 5 IPAs and 2 doubles. And some of those are in cans, which we're having those now. I think Dreadlock Dave's in cans, Accidental Anderson, Tree Museum, Cauliflower, and then what we just had, which was the Adventure Paper, right?
Yeah, the 2 releases for the anniversary week, which is our 5-year anniversary. So,
All right, yeah.
So let's talk about that, Scott. Dave, you want to say anything else? I feel like I'm just rolling with the mic today.
I'm good. Yeah, you're rolling, bro.
I don't know what's happening.
Roll on.
I'm actually rolling.
Yikes.
I do
We'll edit that out. We'll be right back.
Back after these messages.
We'll be right back. So, 5-year anniversary, right? I'm going to give you the mic. Give us a rundown. 5 years is a huge milestone in the business world in general, let alone in a brewery. What's coming up in the 5 years past? What's going on in general?
Well, we'll talk about when we first opened. So when we first opened was September 5th of 2019. Is that right?
Yes, September 19th.
Yeah, it was interesting times. Everything was kind of like really cool. It's like when we opened, there was a lot of hype about us opening, and a lot of people coming in, a lot of cans out the door. We had a cask MCS canning system, so we were manually canning 2,000 cans a week. It was crazy. It was crazy, but it was a party. So the day that we were canning and you're manually canning, it was like all of our friends were here. They were helping. It was like a party for that whole that day. And then we keg beer. Obviously, we keg beer for the taps, a few taps. So we opened with our tap tower was 4 taps. So that's what we opened with. And the whole model. But remember the model was cans to go. So we planned on having several beers to release that week, and then you could come in and get your samples, and then get your beers, your cans to go, and then as that. But just here's the thing to remember is that was our original model, and we had the canning system. God, we had to buy cans. We had to buy half a truckload of cans. We had cans in here. We had 14 pallets of cans. We had cans in here. We only have 3,000 square feet, so they were everywhere. We had cans. It was like playing Tetris in here every week. So whether we were in the brewing mode or we were in the open mode where we were serving people, it was crazy. We had pallet Tetris in here. It was crazy, but it was part of the fun of it.
One of the things I would say about that business model, it sounds awesome. Like I've been to Seattle and Portland, and there's a lot of small breweries that just do that, and they just have a small, a small capacity. They sell cans, they fill growlers, they don't sell food, and that works fine. It doesn't work in Cleveland. People, and I don't know why.
It worked. That was our original business model, so it changed.
Yeah.
So lucky for us, and Eric was like very instrumental in that about having a canning system. Is that when the pandemic hit, so we were in the mode, we were actually geared up to just can just all of our beer, not package it.
Sure.
We're not kegging a lot of beer. So when we opened, obviously our model was different because we realized we had enough space for a tap room, and so we planned to be able to have tables and things. But then when March, I think it was March 15th hit of 2020.
I remember that day.
We got shut down. I mean, basically, the business got shut down. All of us.
It was miserable.
All of us did. But the thing about it is that we had that original business model of just canning, and that's what we went back to. It was kind of like flipping a switch. It was crazy because we were just like, oh.
I drove out here.
Oh, darn.
Just a lot. I mean,
it wasn't darn that we said. It was like,
oh,
what are we going to do? Yeah. And then we were like, oh, but wait a minute. We've got this other model. Let's just flip the switch, and we're going to go to all canning. And we went to all canning, and that's when everything was shut down. Doors were closed, mask up, all that kind of stuff. And then, because we were an essential business, right? So we did that, and it was fun in the sense that a couple of things. So it was only like a few people in here during the week. Every week we would go and buy a different bottle of bourbon. Yeah. So we went to the state store. We went through every different variety of Woodford.
Back when you get a case of anything you wanted for dirt cheap, and they try to give it away. I remember those days.
That was our COVID medicine. So we always had to have our COVID medicine in the morning, and then we just.
We ate mushrooms at 8:30 a.m. one day.
We canned a lot of beer. We had some volunteers that came in that helped us. And the thing that was amazing about it is that we released beers.
Those are GFS mushrooms, by the way, just fresh ones. It's fine.
They were. So it's like so Heather would do the release in the morning, like 9:30 in the morning. She would release the cans that we. She would post them on the internet that they were available because she had it all set up. So we had online sales only. 9:30 in the morning, they were sold out by 9:40. It was like a race to get our beer, and it was crazy. It was nuts.
Great though.
And that we got to the point where it kind of crashed our website. So we had to do it. We had to change the model so that she randomly posted the release. It could be 10 o'clock at night.
Not fair. Because I remember that time. We're like, wait a minute, when are they going to do it? Oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock at night. We're like flipping over. Let's go. I was there.
Oh, yeah,
I was a homer, dude. I was the one at 10 o'clock begging people in the know to tell me when you were releasing it. Thank you for some of those info, by the way.
That we have.
I got some inside trading, so we're both going to go down today, just so you know.
It's coming for everybody now.
But there were a lot of crazy stories that from friends that were, if there was the big thing was, how were people working? What were they using? How are they online?
Yeah,
Zoom meetings. Zoom meetings. They had people that in Zoom meetings,
I got to go.
I gotta go. Crooked Pecker Brewing.
No, it's like someone in their Zoom meeting at like 9:45 was like, "Damn it!" A big scream, and it was like,
Beers are sold out.
"What's wrong?" Yeah, and they were like, "I had my beer in the cart, and I hit order, and it was sold out." You know, it was like, that was crazy.
Well, that's just because Matthias is over there cornering the secondary market and reselling it. You know.
Well, we weren't open. I mean, we were open, but we were open just for ourselves, right? We turned our dining room into a cannery, and we were working it to all to-go food. We did. People were super, super wonderful to us.
I really hope people, like 20 years from now, I hope this doesn't happen again to anybody.
Mpox is coming.
And I
Monkeypox, bro.
hope not. I just hope that people, look back on this and they were like, it was crazy times, but businesses found a way to make it work.
And we used, my connection to you guys, beer to go. We come out and get it. We share it with our people. Like, it just became fun, right? And I think people coming here to get beer to go became fun. And you guys really did what everybody wanted to do. We talked about was do what they do in other parts of, a little bit in Southern Ohio, but mainly out in the East, where people were lining up to get beer. It really, honestly, it became that because of that. It really did, and that kind of lifted it up for you guys and moved in that direction to do those things. I think that's pretty neat. And so, we're drinking your anniversary beer, right?
You are.
You are too. He already poured it for you. You were yip yapping there. So, talk about your anniversary beer. Then tell us 5 years. What's going on in the anniversary party stuff coming up?
Okay. So this year we did. So Anderson's is like our house IPA. It's all Citra. It's hopped 3 times. And this year for the 5th year anniversary, we did Anniversary Anderson that gets hopped 5 times. Twice in the hot
Because
side.
why not?
3 and 3. 1 stirring firm, 2
years,
post
right?
firm.
5 times.
So it's a new beer for us, which is pretty cool. And then we have the greenest cauliflower, which we do every year, which is a triple IPA. And this year we did Motueka and Peacherine, which are 2 New Zealand varietals, both from Freestyle. And it's a pretty killer beer, man. I did one out of the tank on Sunday, and it was drinking pretty awesome. I haven't had one since, so I'm pretty excited to pop that can. These guys are behind us, man. They gotta hurry up.
All right. Okay. All right.
Only because they started talking crap and said that we were behind them. Just so we're all aware.
So Eric, you said you're getting more into the cleaner European style, cleaner lagers. You're not saying you're turning away from the IPAs, right?
No, not at all. I love hops. I love brewing hoppy beer. I love chasing the new hop. But my passion has kind of shifted a little bit to focusing more on clean German.
I mean, you still get the noble hop. Just a little more subdued. It's not a punch in the face.
Yeah,
kind of.
I go for my favorite descriptor of like German pills is like Cheerios, like the cereal. That's what I kind of go for. Which sounds kind of crazy.
No, it's a grainy.
Yeah, just
Pilsner.
a little bit of malt in there and enough hop to give it a little bit of bite. Just like a fresh bowl of Cheerios. And sometimes, like if it's a little more malty, like a Hellas, like Honey Nut Cheerios. I love that. That's what I chase.
So no pumpkin spice Cheerios.
Crooked Pecker is sponsored by General Mills.
Mark that down. Let's go. Suck it up. I'm gonna pass.
Hey,
this
we're
up to
looking
you
for
guys real quick.
sponsorship.
And so, I think it's when we look at what this is, your can art and the link to some pretty danky fun stuff, and really kind of playing off of the green. I mean, everybody knows what cauliflower is and broccoli, and it's fun. It's fun,
Wait,
right?
what are we talking about? What?
We're talking about rolling papers.
The vegetable,
Green is
right?
cauliflower. Yeah.
Really?
Probably not.
All
but we'll see.
Would that be a first?
It would be a first.
Find out.
It would be a big first. I don't want to pass this over to our
It's
group,
just,
but
Heather does such a great job.
and that's what I want to ask you.
Her-
No,
her
I'll pass them
label
over. We'll have them
designs,
later.
I mean,
But
she does such a
so I'm
great
going
job. She
to.
does-
The reason I brought that up, I want you to talk about can art, Heather.
Yeah.
And then I need you to tell everybody out there in the internet world,
Yeah.
because listen, when you first popped online
Right.
5 years ago with your logo and didn't say shit,
We had a lot
you
of
got a
shit.
lot of crap from people. For real.
Yeah.
Same time Saucy put out that thing about the Renthal and got railed. You guys put out your little pecker, right? Crookedy. And then
Yeah.
it smoothed over, bro.
Right.
So I want you to talk about that. Tell us legitly for real, because nobody knows the story online. Spill the guts today, live here.
the truth
Tell
from
the truth
there
about the
was-
logo, and tell how how you've kind of created your
No, really.
your logos.
All right, so I had a problem at home, and I had to go to the urologist, and I went to the doctor, and he's like, "You got an issue." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't have that. My son has it too." No, I'm only kidding you. No, that's not how it all started. You know, Crooked Pecker did not. It didn't come there from there. It was.
It's not a problem. It's a
Yeah,
solution.
yeah,
dude.
right. So we, right.
It's a hook.
So yeah, it's a hook. I think it really started home brewing. You know, the reality is that Eric would he homebrewed for many years. His sister bought him a homebrewing kit. Eric started his interest in brewing. He ran a beer department at Giant Eagle in Bainbridge many years ago, and I think it was underage, probably 19 years old. Is that about what you were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underage. It sounds
Underage, right? Underage, yeah. But and then you know he got like exposed to craft beer, and he had an issue with the big beers being in the cooler and the craft beer being on the warm floor, and you know it was at that time. It was that time, and during those times, and as it evolved, Eric. His cousin, Ivan, actually introduced him to Hetty Topper. Isn't that how it happened?
Yeah, he went to Vermont and he brought me two things. He brought me a 4-pack of Hetty Topper and a pamphlet for brewing school. And he's like, if I was your age, if I could do it all over again, this is what I would do. I'd go to this brewing school, learn how to make fucking beer like this. And I was like, all right. I'm young and dumb. I thought I knew everything about beer. And then I had a first sip of Hetty Topper and it blew my face off. And I was like, all right, I want to learn to make beer like this. I guess I got to go to Vermont. And I met a bunch of people in the industry, and I was like, I definitely want to do this. I want to be happy and go to work. I don't want to do a job where it's miserable. I want to go somewhere where I can wear whatever I want, put whatever music I want on, to listen to and make beer. And I went to brewing school in Vermont, in Middlebury, Vermont, at Drop-In Brewing Company. And
What, American Brewers Guild?
American Brewers Guild, yep.
Awesome program.
And I did a big internship at Oscar Blues in North Carolina, and then moved back here and found this building, and went from there.
At that point, when Eric went to brewing school, he didn't plan on. We didn't have a plan on opening a brewery. He was going to go to work for a brewery. Yeah. And it didn't all work out. And Karen and I were looking at getting into a business, a family business, and as we looked into doing that, as things evolved, Heather moved back home from West Virginia, and you know, we kind of, as a family, we all had talents. All had talents that we could really do, and we were like, why don't we open a brewery? And I'm a real estate agent, so I'm like, I'll work on finding us a location, and you know, which I worked on. It was so glad we found this place.
Yeah.
Which was really very dark to begin with, but so many changes. You know, opened it up and made it really come to life.
Took the couch out.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah. So So as things evolved, and yeah, that's how.
So how the name Crooked Pecker?
Yeah, really.
What does it mean?
So really.
So we grew up in Newberry in Geauga County, and we always had a big suet feeder out for the birds, and we always had pileated woodpeckers come, and that kind of became our mascot. And we're like, all right, no one's around here using that, and we can do something with it.
It was like we were like.
It was perfect. But we always appreciated that.
Yeah. So we joked about it.
Liar, pants on fire. Hanging from a telephone wire.
CPBC, Crooked Pecker Brewing
There you go.
Company. And the thing about it is that it's very true. It's where we came, where we're from, but it evolved.
Yep.
We were very, very fortunate that even in home brewing, Eric Gibby was a really good friend of ours who's an artist. Jack Gibby drew. He came with his little sketch pad one night when they were home brewing.
Yep.
I gave him some ideas, and he came up with this crazy logo while these guys were brewing. They didn't even know he was working on it, and we were like, "This is crazy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I busted your chops a little bit, but the backstory is true. We've talked about it several times, right? There is a fun little double entendre with that for sure.
It's like we like to have fun. We like to be able to make jokes. You can come here and relax. This isn't a pretentious place. Like have fun.
Yeah. And,
Fight the IRS. GFS
when you guys
mushrooms.
were at like at the Beer
roll some
Fest.
cauliflower. I don't know. Seems like a good time.
Be the police and IRS at this door tomorrow.
Seems like a good time. I don't know. HR. Call Heather.
I'll be here brewing at 5 a.m. Tell them to be here at 5 a.m.
Yeah, at the Brew Fest, like Winter Warm or whatever, I hear people walking around like, "Hey, have you seen those Crooked Pecker shirts? That's dope, man! I gotta get a shirt." And I'm sure your shirts just fucking sell out.
Yeah, we try to bring the party to any beer fest we go to. We always different theme. We try to dress up according to whatever theme we agree on. We always bring crazy music. And people get to know us
we bring
that
our own
way.
Bluetooth speaker and play music.
Yeah, we're bumping Bone Thugs. We're having a good time.
Yeah, so it's like whenever we go to a festival, we do everything from different dress attire.
Everyone wears
different
Four
thing.
Loko shirts.
Yeah.
Everyone wears a Hawaiian shirt. Everyone wears a Red Lobster shirt.
Oh, well, what about?
That is all true.
We have fun. We did get on almost the banned list for Winter Warmers, so we came like the second year all wearing suits, just suited up. We're like we're on our best behavior. You don't have to worry about us.
We did like.
You dressed like you're on your best behavior. I think that was probably your wildest year.
You can trust me.
I think Mary came
trust
in
me.
and she was like, okay.
Okay, you're definitely in trouble. That's fun.
It is fun. It's fun for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, kind of wrapping.
I think the business, you gotta have
You
fun.
have fun.
If you can't have fun, it's like, yeah, right. It's like, yeah, you have to have fun.
So I think what's really going to be neat for us to do now is kind of taking all of what we just talked about with you as a business and a family, the space you just mentioned. I'll get behind the camera and let Dave and you guys take a little tour. Check out the brew house. You're actively canning beer right now, which is epic. But actively canning. You've heard the noise. Actively canning today. So blessed to have you guys here. They will be back in studio on 10/1 in Avon.
Yeah.
So we'll be diving into all the questions that we have.
That's gonna get stupid.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So we're
I
going
just realized this is 10% right here, bro.
That's why we shared it across the board.
We had a half a beer. That's like a 5%.
So
Oh, it's 5.
cut it in half. That's how it works. Dive deeper into brewing school and home brewing. Dive deeper into previous stuff and passions for styles and beer names and how it works with your local community and all the stuff I know you guys really spend a lot of time on. We're going to dive into that. We're going to do real podcasty stuff and really talk more about that. But
Stories about these beer names are insane.
Which is what we want to get after, right? That's the fun stuff about.
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you want me to tell you adventure paper right now?
Yes.
Let's wait till next time. All right, do it now. No, we'll wait. We'll
Spill
wait.
it.
That's your cliffhanger. Adventure paper. You got to check us out 10/1. That's a month from now in Avon.
Stick around.
Stick
Stay
around.
tuned.
Because we're going to have a lot of fun. I reckon that our podcast is going to go way beyond an hour. I hope so. I'm looking at 2 hours. It's going to be epic.
Bring a bunch of crazy beers for us to drink. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Cool.
You can stay over. It'd be fun.
Oh, you don't want me staying over.
I got a couch.
You may have to.
Oh, man.
It'll be fun. So 10/1.
Smoke a joint on the next one.
Dave.
Absolutely.
All right.
I don't know. 10/1, everybody. Crooked Pecker in studio. You don't want to miss it. We have a lot of we have so many open tabs to close out in our next show.
They're all closed.
No, in a good way. We talked about a lot of stuff today to come and get down to business on and real podcasting when we have headphones on and just, really just wrapping it together. It's a lot of fun. I want to see your brew house.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh, yeah.
in internet land wants to see your brew house. I'm going to give you the mic. You can have the mic.
All right. He'll take it.
A little thing about our brew house.
can have both mics.
Wow. Oh my God! It's like I'm not gonna say what it looks like. So similar to Matthias, we right. It's like, I feel like I'm getting teabagged. All right. So what was really important to us when we first opened, when we were looking for equipment, we wanted to have an American-made equipment. Yeah. So, like Matthias and Avon Brewing, and we got very focused on American-made equipment. Very few American equipment brewers in reality that were out there. We got hooked up with, very, very fortunately, we got hooked up with, through some really good friends of mine that I helped through real estate. I got hooked up with Portland Cattle Works, and Ben, who is Thad's dad. Ben met with us, and we had awesome meetings. And Eric and I were like, you know what, this is a really good fit for us. Really good fit. And so we flew out to Portland. I have a cousin that lives in Portland. We stayed with my cousin Holly and their family. And then we visited the guys at Portland Cattle Works, and it was like, this is a perfect match for us. So we got to make it happen with them. It doesn't matter that it's going to cost more. It's doing the right thing. And that's what we did. So
Yeah, you make better beer, right?
it's crazy. It's just like they've been so good, and we just continue to buy equipment from them. So that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah, we have swag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Swag, and then. So this was originally started as like a checkout counter, but it ended up being like half of it ended up being like a sit-down area, and so all like the live edge countertop was that's all maple, live edge maple from Geauga County. The stonework was done by my nephew Scott, and it's all Riverstone from local Riverstone. It's got his logo in there, and it's crazy. It's just this beautiful.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, he's an artist. Just like brewing, brewing's an art. That stonework's an art.
We have a BlabberMalt sticker we're going to give to you. Maybe we could find some.
And there's stickers from all over the world here, and so we're in production mode right now. So there's a lot of stuff that comes out of the production area that moves up front when we're in that process. So tomorrow when we're open, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday now, we'll be open. So all this stuff gets moved to the back.
Gotcha. All right, let's check it out.
Come on back. We're like super big into music. I think Matthias said something, or somebody said something earlier. We're really big into music. We have some guitars. We have banjos, bass, acoustical guitars. They're just hanging on a wall just for anybody to come and play. So, you know, that's just part of us. This is the real stuff that happens back here. Yeah, right. So you see Bobby back there.
Mr. Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Yeah, that's our.
This is Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
This is Ryan Gosling's son. Right here.
that's Bobby. Bobby's like a really important part of our
Getting a lot of
business.
beers today, bro.
Bobby does a great job.
Right there, hand drawn all over those.
Yeah, we have those guys.
That's
Yeah.
good, man.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you always have a few low fills. Yeah, Bobby does a great job for us. He runs this. This is Wild Goose Gosling, so we named our Gosling Ryan. There's other breweries that have done the same thing, but you know, that's our thing. We have a lot of fun with that. Yeah, so if you walk back here, so this is our hops cooler. So we always have, you know. Yeah. So walk back here. We
Ooh,
always
icy
have
cold.
lots of hops going on. We've got Garston hops. We have freestyle hops. We have hops from just Yakima Chief hops. This is where the magic happens.
Man.
Yeah. And really, in our brewing process, it's really, you know, as anybody in the brewing industry knows, or brewing knows, there's really 4 parts to hops. There's water, and a big thing for us is water. We bring spring water in every week. So we don't brew with city water. We don't brew with the well water here. We bring spring water in here every week from Sunrise Springs.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a storage vessel in the back, and we have our hot liquor tank, so those both get filled every week, and that is our water supply for brewing.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, it's a PKW 5-barrel system, steam-fired, boilers behind everything, and you know, so as anybody knows, like I said, so water, same system, right?
Yeah.
So.
Looks very familiar.
So mash in, you know, the water's just right, and our grains, you see a lot of our grains here, our malt. Everything comes, not everything, but most everything comes from LD Carlson. Yeah, they're awesome.
So I think Eric said he's brewing a stout tomorrow.
Yeah, so all the stout.
So he's got all the dark greens right
already.
here.
So he's got, you know, buckets here, he's got grains here, he's got, yeah. It's all ready to rock and roll for tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's going to be dark.
Yeah, I came in here today, this afternoon. I didn't know he was brewing a stout. And I walked in and I saw this dark malt, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? He said, yeah, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, winter's coming, you know. We got
It
to
is.
get that on tap.
You know, it's a, so I think we had 5 fermenters in 2 bright tanks. So we've expanded. Now we're at our capacity. We're at 12. So we've got 7 fermenters, 8 fermenters, and 4 brights. I don't know. 10, 9 fermenters, and 3 brights. That's what we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are working today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in production. Yeah. I would say for anybody that ever wanted to open a brewery, like if they wanted to consult, or if they were like, what do we do? A couple things that I would say: spend a lot of money in your floor covering, your floor coating. Yeah. So this was what we could afford to do at the time, and we're upgrading that. Yeah, you know, but when you're originally opening, what are you doing? You're looking at money.
Yeah, you need tanks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we've just added our last fermenter was added here. That's our last one. So that just got hooked up, and just have to program the controller, and it's ready to rock and roll. And then outdoor space. We have a big beer garden area, very family oriented, pet friendly, and yeah, we do all kinds of crazy stuff here.
Yeah, this is fun, man. In the summer, come out here.
Turn the lights on, so we have
Grab a
tent that
beer.
we put up. We got, real German beer garden tables. It's just a really good environment. So, yeah.
There he is.
Oh yeah, it's a peckerhead. Yeah.
It's a peckerhead.
The crazy thing about that thing is one of our customers, Eric Klosky, made that as his Halloween outfit last year,
Oh yeah.
and then
Wow.
he just decided to donate it to us, and we wear it now at events, so it's all good.
I already got one, bro.
So I really appreciate the tour. To see a working brewery. We love Portland Kettle Works. We've bought, we have one in Avon. We have one in Medina. We put one in at Hop Brothers in Ridgeville. And we're putting in a 15-barrel brew house with 30-barrel fermenters, all PKW stuff in Lorraine.
Yeah.
So that's a big deal, right? I love them. I love Thad. I love his family. I think it's important to really
Chug, 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 chug.
shotgun and a BL.
Boom.
Everybody,
It's a BlabberMalt
it's
first.
a BlabberMalt first. Winter chicken dinner.
Tuesday night, baby. Let's go.
Oh shit.
If you ever go to a beer event, beer festival,
I know you
that we're
drink Bud
at,
Lights.
everybody comes over to Eric. It's like, are we shotgunning beer? Are we
right.
shotgunning Bud Lights? Yeah, that's Eric's go-to. Like,
Okay, that's great. You did a nice job. I'm impressed. Well done, sir.
Nice.
But I think PKW is huge. I want to get more into that with you about why we did that, because it's a really good podcasting conversation, and maybe even pull that in. Who knows? It's just important to support people who support you guys, and I love that man and his family. So I appreciate that. Don't forget, Dave, what we need to do to close out the show.
Yeah, we got 924. We got upcoming. We're gonna get the beers up here. You have any?
I want to shotgun an adventure paper.
Oh, no, the anniversary.
Oh, anniversary?
Yeah.
We're not doing that. What we got going on?
Well, upcoming, we got 924. We got Cleveland Beer Week peeps are coming in to
Yep,
the show,
for
talking
sure.
about some shit. And then
Way more civil than this one.
Probably yes.
I think we have Laughing Bomb coming in September 10th.
Yep.
Going to talk to us a little bit.
Yep.
October 1st.
October
You
1st,
guys
we have
coming
the boys back, getting deep down. Look up.
Yeah.
Put on your schedule. I promise you, it's going to be at least 2 hours. We have a lot to talk about.
Bring your questions, I'll answer them.
Like you've been through the same thing that we've been through. There's a lot that goes into opening a brewery and running a brewery. It's just not. People think that you're just like, honestly, people think you're printing money. And they're
Oh, really?
Yeah, right.
You're just printing money.
It's called bleeding
It
money
isn't. It isn't.
times.
There's so much that goes into the business, and there's so many costs that people don't understand.
Yeah. And it's really just people who I love, as human beings, to sit down and talk together. I mean, it's just a great thing to do. And so podcasting, I love you guys so much. So I appreciate it. Appreciate all the conversations we've ever had and working together on help and conversations and just all this stuff. So I appreciate it.
There's this camaraderie between brewing. Brewing is it's an art, and there's something about people that are involved in those types of businesses that are art related.
Yep.
That they share with each other.
For sure.
And there's no secrets. Everybody's got their own little thing that they do, but in this business, you really have to promote others. We have been so proud of helping other breweries
Yeah.
that get started and launch and help them on their way, that it only makes our business better, and it's for all of us.
High tides rise all ships, gentlemen.
Oh, it's
For sure.
10-1. Not the other ones aren't important. 10-1, mark it down. 2 hours of your life. Get it together. Crooked Pecker in studio.
Yeah.
It's going to be epic, guys.
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
I think we're sleeping over.
Oh, yeah.
We're sleeping over,
Hey,
gentlemen.
definitely.
Hey.
You're welcome to.
By the way, until next time, stay malty, Cleveland.
Thank you. All right. Nice. Oh, yeah.